Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tess, if you don't know me already, and I am a licensed esthetician. So in today's video, I wanted to show you my nighttime routine. And it's funny, I put up a little poll on Instagram and asked you guys if you wanted to see morning or nighttime, and about 90% of you said nighttime. So I wonder why that is. Maybe because it seems like there's more to it, but just in case anybody is interested, I do have a morning routine, so I will link that below. I haven't filmed that many nighttime routines, and I think the main reason is because the lighting at my apartment is questionable. So I actually came over to my dad's house and I'm filming the video here in his bathroom because his lighting is so much better. And the second reason is I am such a shower person at night. I don't know about you guys, but I have to go to bed like feeling like I've left everything behind and I'm just going to bed completely rinse clean. But for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna do my routine at the sink. That's how much I love you guys. Probably shower when I get home because I'm insane. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you love skincare like me, or you are interested in seeing what it's like being an esthetician, feel free to subscribe to my channel for more. I have so many videos. I've been on YouTube for I think 3 years now, so plenty to check out. But without further ado, let's hop into my nighttime routine. So before I touch my face, I always wash my hands, and this is very important. We don't want to bring more dirt and bacteria onto our face than when we started, and our hands are pretty filthy. There's a reason why doctors scrub their hands before going into surgery and even putting on gloves, because our hands and specifically our nails are filthy. So you want to make sure wash your hands before you even touch your face. Okay, and then my first real step is taking my micellar water. I use trusty Bioderma. I love this formula. I think it's a great product. I would love to make my own micellar water one day, but until then, I'm very faithful to Bioderma. And it's great. It's very gentle, and I really use this to remove the surface layer on my skin. Kind of scary. Speaking of spooky season. And I really want to just make sure I get this surface level layer of dirt and makeup, and just the whole day. I want to take it off before I go in with my cleanse. So question I get a lot is, if I use micellar water, do I still need to double cleanse? And I think, as with most things with skin, it really depends on the person. If you're somebody who feels like a micellar water and then cleansing twice is really going to disrupt things for you, try just the micellar water and then cleansing really thoroughly once. But no two skins are the same, so I do a double cleanse after this, and I don't consider this part of my cleanse, but it can really depend on the person. So a little trick I have is just to apply the micellar water over your lashes and just hold it there for a sec. That will give the product a chance to attach to the mascara, and that way you don't have to do a whole lot of rubbing. It really kind of just works for you. I gotta make sure I do a good job, because if I have mascara trailing behind at the end of this video, you guys are not gonna think I'm a very good esthetician. Okay, now that I have removed that first layer of dirt, debris, makeup, and tinted sunscreen, I'm going to go in with what I consider my first real cleanse. This is the Is Clinical Cream Cleanser. It is a very hydrating, fragrance-free option that I like for my more sensitive skin types. And something unique about this product is you actually don't even need water to remove it. So if you were ever in a situation where you were camping, or you just left your workout class and you couldn't access a sink, something like that, this is a great product because you don't need water. I put this in my clients' treatment plans. I have everybody cleansing for a full minute every time they cleanse, just to make sure we do a really good job. We're getting under that fine facial hair, We're focusing on any areas of congestion. We're really loosening makeup and dissolving that surface layer of impurities so that our next cleanse can do a really good job. So you can set your phone timer or count in your head, but you want to make sure you spend 60 seconds to get a really complete first cleanse. Added a little bit of water here, which you can do with this product. And if you notice you get congested on your jawline, focus there for a little extra time. If you notice blackheads are really an issue, that is completely normal. A lot of people get blackheads in their T-zone and they come back quickly, but still spend extra time there just to make sure we can really loosen any congestion. Okay, our first cleanse is complete. If you are a very sensitive skin type, ultra dry, you can stop there as long as you feel like you've gotten a complete cleanse, and maybe when you pat your face with a little cotton round, you don't see any more dirt and debris and makeup. For me, I want to make sure it's all off. I did wear a tinted moisturizer / mineral SPF today, and I want to make sure everything's completely removed so I can go to bed with a clean skin. So for my next step, I'm taking the Clinical Cleansing Complex, one of my ride or die cleansers. You can message me on Instagram or email me to order any of these products, by the way. But I'm taking about a little less than a quarter size amount of this product on my Foreo Luna 3. I have to say I'm obsessed with this device, which was actually sent to me, so thank you, Foreo. I had the Luna 2 and I had the normal version, which was pink, and I gotta say I very much prefer the sensitive version. So if you're on the fence, I think most people can lean toward the sensitive device. I just feel like it's more gentle but still just as effective, and I just think it's a little bit nicer on the skin and just more gentle and delicate. And something that is great about this combo of the Foreo Luna 2 and Cleansing Complex is that you can actually use Cleansing Complex around the eye, and this device is actually made to do a little bit of massage around the eye area, so you don't have to worry about staining or doing too much around that delicate area. So this is kind of my go-to combo. Now I really struggle with larger pores on the forehead, so I'm going to make sure I spend some good time here and really get the pores clean, because some people ask, how do I make my pores look smaller? And it really starts with making sure that those pores are clean. That is what will allow them to appear smaller and tighter. So you can, in that sense, shrink your pores by keeping them really clean and making sure you're using proper exfoliation. Cannot forget the neck, especially because I put my sunscreen here. And since this device is timed, that's really nice. So it will count for you and just shut off when it is done. If you struggle with cleansing and have a hard time just really getting that down pat, maybe you kind of rush your routine and you notice your skin is a little bit congested, this is a really good device just to kind of take the guesswork out of the cleansing process, and the Foreo does kind of do it for you. Hairline is another sneaky area where I get congested, and a lot of women and men too will put their hair products here and style their hair, and that can kind of linger and cause breakouts around the scalp or the forehead. So I really try to focus there as much as I can. Okay, we are nice and clean and fresh. Should have worn a headband, Kind of a missed opportunity, but it's okay. We are going to go in with our next step, and something important if you struggle with dryness or dehydration, or really for everybody, is to try to get into your skincare after cleansing relatively quick. So Renee Rouleau calls this her golden window. That's a 60-second window. You want to start applying your hydrating products so you can limit the amount of transepidermal water loss, aka that tight or dry stripped feeling. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my next step, which is the Copper Firming Mist by Is Clinical. Such a beautiful hydrating product. Everybody needs this for winter. It has a combination of copper and PCA and provides a ton of antioxidants, hydration, and nice firming qualities. And I'm just patting this into the skin. Some people ask, should I use a cotton round? Should I not? It really depends. Again, if you feel like you've given yourself plenty of friction and rubbing, there is no need to. But if you might feel like you have extra makeup kind of hanging out on corners of your face, or you feel a little bit oily or congested and you want kind of an extra swipe or clean, you can totally use a cotton round. Neither is wrong. All skin is just different. I'm going to go in with my eye cream next, and this is the CBD Regenerative Eye Cream by Glymedplus. This is a favorite of mine. She is potent, works great on dark circles as well as just tightening and firming. I do recommend starting out just using this once a day if you are a newbie to this product, because she is potent. She's pretty magical, but it's a good idea to ease yourself into her. And I am just doing gentle in and out, little half moon shapes here, going above the orbital bone, some chipotle tapping around the eye area, and just allowing the product to really penetrate. Here's a little trick. If you ever have extra eye cream on your fingers, which we usually do, go ahead and just pat those into your nasolabial folds, and that gives them some good nourishment. So I like to do that on sometimes my lips, or just these little fine lines right here. Give yourself a little massage. Whatever you want. It's your nighttime routine. You enjoy it. Get into it. Now for the main event. I like to do something I call the star of the show method, which basically just means choosing one active per routine and letting that ingredient be the star of the show. Now, I'm not talking about hyaluronic acid, those kind of actives that aren't necessarily exfoliating, but I'm more talking about vitamin C, retinol, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, your AHAs. So when it comes to those ingredients, that can have a slightly resurfacing effect to the skin, or just be a little bit stimulating. I think most people are better off just choosing one ingredient or one active and letting that be the star. So that way you don't overdo it and have that inflammation accumulating. You can just choose one active and let that be plenty effective for you. So make sure you're choosing the right product with the right active for your skin type, and then just let it do its thing. It might take some time, definitely takes patience to see improvement with skin, but if you are choosing the right things for your skin type and they're effective products, it's only a matter of time. Okay, tretinoin. It gets a bad rap, and quick disclaimer, this is not medical advice. This is simply what I use, and yes, I am a professional, but I cannot recommend a prescription for you. That is up to your doctor or your nurse or even your physician's assistant, but estheticians cannot recommend prescription products. But this is simply what I use. I am a very passionate tretinoin user. I do think it gets a bad rap, and I'm a fan because it's a very efficient product and a very efficient form of retinol. It doesn't need to go through the same conversion process that a lot of other retinols need to go through because it's already in its final form. So this is as efficient as it gets. To me, it really comes down to correct usage. A lot of people have a bad experience with tretinoin initially because they were prescribed too high of a percentage or the wrong formula. And very important in my opinion, the skin needs to be prepped and ready for tretinoin. If somebody does not have the right routine to kind of support this type of product, you're not going to yield great results. So the skin needs to be hydrated and you need a proper routine, and you don't want to overdo it with other exfoliating products while using tretinoin, because this does quite a lot. And when you get further on your journey with tretinoin, it's likely you will be able to use other exfoliating ingredients, but for most people, not in the beginning. And that is the key, easing into it. So you want to use it the directed amount of nights prescribed by your dermatologist, and if they don't let you know how exactly to use it, definitely follow up and ask if they can create a custom schedule so you know how many times exactly you should be using it, and that way you can ease yourself onto using tretinoin. You want to make sure your medical professional advises you on how to ease tretinoin into the routine so that you can avoid too many adverse side effects. A lot of people just blow full steam ahead into using tretinoin, or they get started off on the wrong percentage and then they're never able to continue using it. So I started with 0.025%, the cream formula. Now I'm at 0.05, and by the way, that's after about a year or two, I think, using tretinoin, and I'm getting to the point I may graduate to the clear formula because sometimes I struggle with a little bit of clogged pores. So I'm thinking the next step for me might be the clear version, but I'm going to talk to my doctor about that. Okay, also with tretinoin, I've already kind of spread it around. Very important to use as directed. Use a pea-size amount. Then I like to dot it all over the face so that it's easy to spread out, or easier to spread out. So I've got these little dots, and then I'm just going to kind of like connect them by feathering outward. Comment if you are a Tret user. It is a beautiful product when used correctly, and most people who come to me using tretinoin do not have the right routine to bolster this prescription product. So it's very important to be using the right routine to, again, support tretinoin. So really quickly, some products that really support tretinoin. Favorites of mine would be the Epidermal Sealant by Glymedplus. This can go over a moisturizer, especially in winter, to lock in that hydration. A cream cleanser is a great idea if you struggle with dryness, as well as cell protection serum. If I'm feeling dry, I will actually use this before tretinoin, and I'll put this on after my toner while my skin is damp. Let it dry, because you want to apply tretinoin on dry skin. If your skin is damp, that will increase the permeability of the product and could lead to more irritation. So see, lots of little tricky things about Tret, but I do think it can be great for the right person, and I have seen in a medical spa setting, I have seen it do some really great things for the skin, but I just think it gets a bad rap when it really comes down to correct usage. Okay, Tret spiel is over. I'm going in with moisturizer, and this is a back bar size of the Glymedplus Daily Repair Mega Moisture Cream. I'm going to just apply this all over the face, and you know you're an esthetician when you do facial massage. Literally anywhere you can squeeze it in. I'm going to use a specific product for my neck. This is the DNA Reset Face and Neck Cream. Now for the final steps. I am very diligent about lip care now because I do start to notice fine lines I didn't notice in my 20s from drinking a lot of straws, things like that. So first I do go in with a lip serum. This is by It's Clinical. This is the Youth Lip Elixir. Has some fantastic peptides, vitamin C, and retinol. So I just put that on kind of like a serum for the face as the first step on my lips. And then to seal the deal, the Ultra Hydrating Lip Balm by Glymedplus. This does contain peppermint, so you feel very minty fresh, and it does give the lips a plumping effect because peppermint is actually a vasodilator. Alright guys, that is it for my nighttime routine. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know any questions you have about skincare, products, or ingredients I used tonight. Let me know and leave those in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. I will see you in the next video.